Yeah, well, I'll get you a wee minute or so. We'll welcome everybody to our YouTube tasting for this evening. I was just letting Clark know that tonight we're going to be trying the Loch Lomond single grain unpeated malt whisky. So this was a wee present that I got. Single grain. Yeah.
It can't be a single malt. There's no malt.
No, that's a single malt. Sorry, my apologies. The thing when you go live, typically we know we're live because there's me made a mistake right at the very beginning by saying, after saying it was a single grain, then saying it was a single malt. So, and it's not. Maybe we should just explain a wee bit about that, what that actually means. You know, that a single grain is a whiskey that's made of, you know, in one single distillery using, you know, different grains. That's what you get when you've got a single malt. You've got one single distillery using the grains such as a wheat or a rye or a corn. On this occasion, it's malted barley. It's 100% malted barley. So we're not blending various grains together to then produce a malt whiskey. We're using a single grain on this occasion. And the other thing that you would say as well with a single grain whiskey is that it's distilled slightly differently. Rather than the traditional pots, this one's distilled, as they call it, in a coffee, COFFEY still, where it's distilled in a column, and therefore it runs down the columns rather than going in through a pot where it goes up through the pot and then comes off the other end. Perhaps
it's a big pressure cooker. It's like a big pressure cooker.
Yes. So maybe there would just a wee distinction there, so people know the difference between the two. So good to have us back again on a Sunday evening, Clark. Yep, starting nice and early this year. We might get through 100 drams in the year this year again because we've been on for the first week. So although there are a few weekends probably we'll maybe be away either on holiday or on a caravan that we'll drop out. But if that's the case, we might try and fit a midweek one in just to keep us up to where we need to be. So have we had a good week?
Fine. Uh-huh. Worked a lot of it. That was a bit of a bummer, but there you go.
Well, it sometimes intrudes in you know our life work at certain times, but it's very beneficial because it provides me with the finances to allow me.
Yes, well that's it. You know, that's the whole point.
So I went and purchased this one, having been given the other one by my grandson, who's 2.5 years old, and he bought me the peated one on your recommendation. So we're going to do this one this week, and I think just for Ari's benefit, so that when he's old enough, he can look back and think, well, my grandpa actually quite enjoyed that, or didn't he enjoy it? And it might tempt him to be encouraged to buy me a few in the years to come. So, but that's it. So
it sounds like a great plan.
Well, it does. You're slightly more fortunate than me because you've got 3 grandsons.
I've got 3 of them. If I get them all to watch this and buy me biscuits, I'll be doing fine.
That's 3 times as much as what I'm going to get. So,
I hope you're right.
Well, if you educate them well, that might be the case. As long as they didn't also want to come and drink it all, Clark, because that's 3 times as much as they're going to drink. Anyway, so this evening we've got the Loch Lomond single grain unpeated. And the first thing...
What can you tell me?
Well, I'm just going to say, the first thing I noticed was when I poured it was how light it was, how clear it was.
It just is. Tally I think. Aye, you're right. It is. It's lovely. Aye.
Very light. Very light in its colour. I can tell you that it's a 46% proof, Clark.
It's 46.
Yes. So you can fill your wee book in. It's a non-age statement. So there's no age on this at all. that I could find anyway on it. And again, it's a non-chill filtered over the coffee still, as we said before, which means that it's run down over plates rather than into a pot and boiled up so that it condenses and runs down. So slightly different. It's been done in American oak casks. And one of the things I found interesting about the Loch Lomond distillery is they have their own cooperage on site. So the cask that is done, it's been made in their own casks that were made on site. They're their own cooperage there. So I'd actually quite like, this is one of the ones I'd love the 2 years at some point to go and visit, because I'd love to see the cooperage part there and everything. I think it'd be a great distillery tour if they do something like that, because I'd be interested. No, there've been loads of distilleries, but I've never seen one where there's a cooperage on site. So I think that's one that I would like to do. So I'll be making inquiries over this week to see what's available.
If they're making their own barrels, if they're making their own casks for putting in, then there's obviously not been anything else in them before.
No. Yeah. All it is correct. You're just going to get whatever it is that they have. That you're going to get. Obviously the wood, but it should be natural in the way that it comes. I mean, it's just a single grain. So it'll be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to find in this when I nose it or taste it. Because there's nothing.
This is going to be interesting.
It is. So
it's going to be interesting.
Without further ado, we'll have a wee nosy this. Oh, I like that. That's very light and very fresh.
Oh, isn't it? Ooh.
The first thing that hits me is like it's zesty lemony, quite lemony on it.
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah,
it smells a bit like grass.
It is. It's got a grassy, mown grass note to it, and it's kind of appley as well. It's nice. It's really fresh, Clark.
Isn't it? I like it.
It's not as floral as last week's. Last week was really floral. When you nosed it, it was like, orange blossom and flowers and everything else. Whereas this has got more an earthy kind of, nose to it. Fresh and light, kind of lemon zesty, lemon peel.
I like that.
All right, that's good. Right, let's get it onto the palate and doing the thrapple. Let's see what we get into it.
Cheers.
You're good health.
Ooh.
The first impression I get is it tastes like whiskey. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's got that malty taste.
You're fairly coming on at this, you know that? You're fairly coming on.
After 2.5 years, I'm starting to get the hang of this.
You're fairly coming on, so yeah. It has got a very distinct, there's something there which I can't quite put my finger on. I'll need to have another swig and see if I can figure out what it is.
I think it tastes like baked apples, stewed apples.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got that vanilla that goes with it, that kind of stewed apple vanilla.
So it's cream along with your apple pie.
Aye. But it's still got that, like you mentioned earlier on, it's got that kind of grassy note to it.
It has. You can taste it as well. Aye.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that.
My wife's sending me a wee message here. I can just send her a message back. That's fine. That's done. So
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
this might just be me, but I've got a wee hint of pineapple there. There's something. Well, maybe it's no pineapple. It's something like
It's
that.
fruity. Mango, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Not quite as sharp as pineapple, but passion fruit, maybe. Something.
Maybe something like that. There's something
Not
that's
quite as sharp as a pineapple, but kind of an exotic fruit. I know what you mean.
But it's nice. It's got that dram flavour I like. That I mean, I know I like a peaty malt, but from the single grain side, just having that malted barley, that maltiness. There's a maltiness that's in it that I like.
It really is very, very nice.
It is.
We've had a few single grain whiskies that have been exceptionally nice.
Yes.
You know, and I don't expect that. You expect it to taste of nothing.
I know that signatory one that we had. The signatory was really, really nice as well.
Yeah. Really lovely. And that's really nice as well.
It is.
Very, very, as you say, very, very light, very fresh.
What I'm noticing, and it now just sitting having a chat because it's now just kind of on that finish bit, just sitting because it's sitting resting in my mouth.
Well then,
I've got that. It's very juicy. I've got a really juicy mouth, like apricots and peaches and that kind of flavour to it. I feel like my mouth's salivating just full of the what's left. It's brilliant. I like that.
Fruit cocktail in your mouth.
It is a bit like that, aye. Oh, it's good.
It is good. I like it.
I don't know how I'm going to score this. I think it's what I would maybe call a complete dram. It's got all the bits in it that you like I like anyway. It's got that oakiness and the vanilla. It's got the maltiness. There's a wee bit of spice when you first put it in your mouth. It's not that you would say that there was any pepperiness or whatever. There's no afterburn after you've drank it.
Not at all. They're a weird thing, right? I swallowed it and I took a breath in through my nose and I got a very distinct aroma of bananas.
Well, did you?
I did.
As long as you didn't breathe it in through your nose, because you'll drown. That's another one of the things that very important.
Again, see if I get any more bananas. No, somebody's pinched the bananas. There's no bananas that thing.
What I find is when I take that big breath in after I've just swallowed it, that's when I get that kind of spicy warmth from it. I'm left with a nice wee warm tingle on the tongue.
That's it. I've got a tingle right across the front of my lips and the
aye, yeah.
My tongue.
Aye.
It's tingling. It's lovely.
Oh, aye.
Well, I like that. I do like that.
And the thing is, it's one of these, again, non-age statement things that we have no Scooby whether this is a young whiskey or whatever.
No.
And it doesn't matter. I think that's the key to this, is that we're enjoying all these drams, and it doesn't matter whether it's, a young whiskey, a very mature whiskey, whether it's done in a sherry cask or it's done in a Pinot Noir cask or whatever. It's just lovely. I think it's quite floral and sweet. That's what I'm going to go. I don't know.
There is some floralness to it as well. Yeah, there is. Mm-hmm.
I love how sweet it is, especially on the finish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Now, this is going to be interesting. What did I score last week's? All right, okay.
We both scored the same last week. We both hit an 89 for the Cheshire.
We did, and I don't think I've got another. I've not got anything in my book here that's another.
Ooh.
What'd you call it? I was looking to see if it was another single grain, but it's not. I was looking to see if another single grain that we've done this year, but I don't have.
I don't think we have. No, I think you've got to go back a bit to get a single grain.
I think so. So we'll not go back into our old book. I'll just leave it where I am. It's very light, very light. I like it.
I really like it.
Yep. So before we sign off for the evening and whatever else, we better tell the folks the scores and the doors and what we think of this thing, because I think.
Well, I'm surprised here because, well, I'm surprised in that it's a single grain, and you would think that, you know, it's kind of produced as a filler to fill in the bulk of something else, you know.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't expect it to be particularly good, but it is good.
Aye.
But it is good.
Yes. I would go a wee bit further. I think it's an excellent dram.
It is a very good dram. It is.
And I tell you another thing, which is remarkable, to be honest with you. It's only £30 a bottle.
Really? Oh, that's pretty good going.
Oh, I think it's another one that you would say is a value for money dram.
Absolutely.
You know, we've had some single grains, but they've been quite expensive. But this, I think, at £30 a bottle, if you can get yourself this, I think that's well worth the money. 30 quid. If you any friends coming round who fancied a wee dram, then here, have one of these. Tell me what you think of this. So my score on the door.
Come on then.
I've scored it an 89.
Oh, I'll beat you. I've hit the dizzying heights of 90 on this one.
There's only always just a point between you and I when usually it's me it's on the higher side and you on the lower side. Maybe 2023 it's going to be a different year.
You can never tell.
No, that's a cracking dram, Clark. 89 out of 100 is a good score. It'll be up there or thereabouts when we come to doing our top 10 drams
of the year.
And we get to a Dram of the Year 2023. But and if it doesn't, it'll be a highly commended, and it'll certainly be one of the ones we'll probably speak about when we get to the end of the year. I'm sure there's so many drams out there, Clark, that will there'll be others that will surpass it in points, I suppose. But
we can only hope.
Aye, I would.
We can only hope we get to
them. Very true. Very true. Anyway, we will sign off for now, folks. Enjoy the video. Enjoy hearing what we've got to say about the Loch Lomond single grain Scotch whisky. As I said, great value for money at £30. So if you can get yourself a bottle of it, try and buy two. So it's some folk will go and buy £60 on a bottle of malt whisky. You could get the peated and the unpeated. So this is the unpeated single grain. Next week we'll try the peated single grain from Loch Lomond. Then we'll see how the two of them compare. We could have done that tonight, but we've both got our work in the morning, so we'll refrain for that. But anyway, thanks again for just joining in. Any comments, stick them in our YouTube channel or find us on Instagram at In the Tasting Bothy, and you can put some comments on there. I've posted already tonight. Come and follow us, hear what we've got to say, and just join in. Tell us your thoughts. Catch us later. Bye now.
Right.